Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN television news. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines is brought to you compliments GUT Credit Union.
All concerned are hereby advised that the main branch of the GUT Cooperative Credit Union Limited, located on the corner of Grenville and St. John Street, St. George's, will be closed on Thursday 19th and Friday 20th January 2023. This closure has become necessary to facilitate the relocation of the branch to our new office on the corner of Halifax and Cross Streets, which will be operational from January 23rd, 2023. Management apologizes for any inconvenience caused and reminds all members that our branches at Victoria, Grenville, Grandance and Carriacou are available to serve you. GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
This is Network News for Wednesday, January 18, 2023. In the headlines, government reintroduces lower rate of petrol tax, causing the price of gas at the pumps to increase by more than $3 per gallon. CDB urges private sector to play a better role in the development of the Caribbean and around the globe regionally. In Trinidad, man almost loses hand after contact with African snail. And helicopter crash kills top leadership of Ukraine's Interior Ministry. Plus, in the sports news, Grenada Football Association kicks off CONCACAF Nations League campaign. Good evening, I'm Kenroy Baptiste at Television Center at the Grenada Broadcasting Network. We'll bring you the details in a moment.
The first segment of the news comes to you compliments Soft Weave Bathroom Tissue.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue. Available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
Thanks for joining us. Government has reintroduced petrol tax with effect from January 18 at a lower rate of $3.50 instead of the $5.50 rate previously charged. We hear more in this Christina John report.
Long lines at various gas stations Tuesday evening as motorists capitalize on the last few hours to fuel up, anticipating price increases. On Tuesday afternoon, government issued a press release saying that sticking to its commitment in the 2023 budget to mitigate the high cost of living on the population, government has reintroduced petrol tax with effect from January 18th at a lower rate of $3.50 instead of the $5.50 rate previously charged. As a result of this policy, government will forgo an estimated $18.8 million in revenue this year. This change pushes gasoline price from $11.19 per gallon to $15 per gallon, an increase of $3.81. Diesel price increased from $12.82 to $15.84 per gallon, a difference of $3.02. The price of kerosene was $12.77 per gallon and is now $13.38 per gallon. The price of a 20-pound cylinder LPG gas remains at $40, while the 100-pound cylinder, which was $283.15, is now $293.85, a difference of $10.75. Bulk gas price moves from $2.90 to $3 per pound. The petrol tax was temporarily removed in September 2022 as an immediate cost of living relief measure. As a direct result, Grenada enjoyed the lowest retail price of fuel across the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States, the OECS, over the last 4 months. The reinstatement of the petrol tax at a lower rate comes at the end of this temporary measure, and prices at the pump are still expected to remain below the average for the OECS. The new National Party administration introduced a $15 cap on fuel as announced in the 2022 budget presentation.
The slump in supply and consumption at the height of the pandemic triggered increased costs for fuel, and in recent months, motorists have paid more at the pump. The government will implement a cap of $15 per gallon on gasoline and diesel, effective from the next petroleum price change on December 18th, 2021.
Another key change that came into effect today, January 18th, is the harmonizing of prices of gasoline, diesel, and kerosene on the mainland and in Carriacou to ensure that residents in both locations pay similar prices for those products. The government said it continued to actively monitor fuel costs and wishes to reiterate its commitment that should price per barrel of oil result in the price per gallon of petrol exceeding $17, it will consider additional policy measures, including reinstating a cap on fuel price to mitigate the impact on the population. Christina John, GBN News.
An increase of more than $3 for gasoline at the pumps is worrying for some people. Drivers spoke about how they feel about government's reintroduction of petrol tax. Christina John was in hand and has this report.
Would you consider it paying more at the pumps? Back in September to December of 2022, government introduced measures to help ease the cost of living by removing petrol tax. As of January 18, 2023, government has reintroduced petrol tax at a lower rate of $3.50 as opposed to the $5.50. Motorists now will be paying $15 per gallon for gas. Motorists on Wednesday reacted to government's announcement of a reintroduction of petrol tax. GBN's news crew was on location at one of the service stations in St. George and was privy to some of the comments and concerns.
Since before, when it was $16 was a lot, it was a real pressure for me. And I was so happy when it go get down because I could have used $50 and I lost 2 days. But when he come back now, it's hard for me. He come back to $50 one day, one trip. So at least every day I had to put $100.
But for me, I find that was a big jump. Yeah, it could have been, you know what I mean, something, you know what I mean. If it increased now by a lot, it could have been $1 and some. You know what I mean? But you have to cope with it.
My thing is, how come I think I see on news last night that they have an increase in the lowering of the tax, but yet we have an increase in the petrol. To me, I didn't really understand fairly well everything about it. But I hear a decrease in the tax, but we have an increase in the petrol.
I hope that it drop. I do hope that it drop. I would like for it to stay at $11 because, you know, it's been very helpful. It's been very helpful. The cost was, reasonable, but for it to go up, it might be a pain in the tail. Nothing I could do about it. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm going to need the gas anyways, right? So.
This young man who is into the food business made this observation: when gas price increases, it affects everyone.
That affects how business, your profitability. It affects the way you want to do business, how you do business, affects everything. So the increase in price in gas never is a good thing. It's I don't want to say it's a burden on everybody's shoulder. I mean, the government have to do what they have to do, and as business people, you don't want to raise your price of your goods, but it does affect your.
Some motorists say although they wish for lower prices, they do understand the rationale for it.
I believe it's not directly the Prime Minister's fault. It's based on the war in Ukraine, and a lot of gases and so on generate from down there. And if this happening eventually, the prices will go up. But there is nothing we could do about it. But I would real happy if can really minimize on it, because the trips I does is basically my livelihood. I'm a farmer and I have to drop down goods here. I live in Hope. I have to go up in Budge Governor Garden every morning. So that's one of my problems.
Christina John, GBN News.
Other news, talk continues to swirl around about possible division within the new National Party. Fingers are being pointed at one man eyeing the leader's seat. Political leader of the new National Party, Dr. Keith Mitchell, addressed the matter during an interview this week. More in this report.
Last months, rumors have been circulating about a possible division within the new National Party and the possibility of a new political leader being elected at their next convention. NMP caretaker for the town of St. George, Peter David, confirmed to Dr. Kellan Bob that he is seriously considering the leadership position.
Both in the campaign and after the election, that it's his last election run. In fact, that was his mantra in the last election. That was his last run. I think at the swearing ceremony for the leader of the opposition, he did say that he's not going to be participating or putting himself up for leadership in the next convention, which is, he said that earlier this year. So we anticipate taking him at his word that he's not going to be putting himself up for leadership, and there would be other persons putting themselves up for leadership, and the party constitution allows a member of the party in good standing to put themselves up. I am giving active consideration to it. Of course, I have paid my dues. I go back a long way. My good friend Jomo knows most of my history there. I go back 50 years in politics. So I'm giving active consideration to it. Like I told Dr. Mitchell some time ago, once it is confirmed, once the party confirms the convention, once the party determines when the convention is going to be, then I'm going to make a public statement on it. But to be fair, I can't say other than that. I'm giving very much active consideration to the issue of leadership of the party, but that depends on a whole heap of variables, and you know how politics can be unpredictable. But Dr. Mitchell said he's leaving, and certainly I'm considering it.
However, political leader of the new National Party, Dr. Keith Mitchell, addressing the state of the party on a local media program this week, said the time at hand is not to fight for power or leadership, but to seek the interests of the people.
What's happening to the construction sectors? That's what we should be spending. And yet all this time spent on when we're going to have convention, whether there's going to be leadership change. That's not the critical factor. The critical factor is we are supposed to be serving people, helping people, not finding positions and looking for power. That's not what it's all about. Power will come, but let's serve people. Emphasis must be placed on protecting the vulnerable, helping people in the country, not this attempt at gaining positions in organizations. Let's get away from this. This does not help.
The former Prime Minister reassures his supporters that the party is strong, vibrant and united. He spoke of some of the upcoming plans for 2023, including the party's annual convention.
There is no issue. The party is alive and well. As you know, the public is remembering what it was like when the NNP was in government as opposed to what is happening now. So I don't know that there has to be any major concern about the new National Party, because when the mandate of the party constitution is that we must hold one convention a year. We just had one last year, and we have to have one, most likely we'll have one this year. But the party executive is the one that makes decision as to when a convention is held. I might have my views as to when it should be held. I have other people expressing views, but their views are not important as far as the party is concerned. The executive of the party will determine when a convention is going to be held.
GBN contacted Mr. David to get a response to Dr. Mitchell's comment, but he told our news desk that he has none at this time. For GBN News, I am Rena Pett Thomas reporting.
Police continue to deal with daily vehicular accidents despite their words of caution to motorists. They were called out to investigate a three-way collision on Tuesday. Christina John reports.
A three-way motor vehicle collision along the Grandance Main Road left one female hospitalized. According to police report, the accident occurred in the late afternoon on Tuesday. Sergeant 271 Kevin Williams, officer in charge of the traffic department in the south of the island, provided some details on the accident.
We can confirm that sometime about 5:15 in the PM yesterday, we would have responded to a serious motor vehicle accident along the Grandance Public Road. That accident happened in the area close to the Limes intersection. It involved three motor vehicles, a rear-end collision involving three motor vehicles. Because of the impact, one person sustained what is called serious bodily injuries. That person was rushed to the general hospital and have since been there undergoing medical evaluation. It's a female person. That person would have sustained some, from all indication, some spinal injuries.
The officer added that the accident involved one omnibus and two SUVs. Sergeant Williams gave the assurance, based on information from the General Hospital, that the injuries sustained by the female are not life-threatening.
Indications, one of the vehicles would have had serious damages and is at the compound of the South St. George Police Station for investigation purposes, and the other two vehicles were released. There appeared to be some speeding involved in that accident, and as a result of that, at the same time, I would like to implore persons to at least obey the speed limits. The speed limits for the public roads outside of any town is 40 miles an hour. And in light of that, I want persons to at least adhere to the speed limit. Seriously, it appears from our preliminary investigation that consumption of alcohol may also be one of the contributing factors to that accident. One of the drivers was tested, and the investigation in this matter is continuing.
The officer reiterated the need for motorists to drive with due care and attention when on the nation's roads. Again, he warns against the consumption of alcohol and getting behind the wheel as a no-no.
We also want to implore persons that intend to drink or consume any form of alcohol and drive a motor vehicle that is dangerous. It's an offense to drink alcohol and drive, and worse yet, to drive under the influence of drive a motor vehicle under the being under the influence of alcohol. So it's of serious concern to us. One accident is too many, and in cases where we have serious and fatal accident, it speaks volume.
Christina John, GBN News.
This is Network News. Still ahead from us, CDB urges private sector to play a better role in the development of the Caribbean. Back in a moment.
Ridgeway Residences, a modern, exclusive residential community offered by Ariza. Purchase one of our completely built houses or let us build for you by simply choosing your lot, choosing your home design from our selection, and let us do the rest. Owning a home does not have to be a frustrating process. more information, contact Ariza Credit Union on 415-0994 or send us an email on info@ridgewayresidences.gd. Ridgeway Residences, hassle-free home ownership.
Do your dreams seem far away from coming true? The National Lotteries Authority's Lotto Jackpot is $264,000. Fulfilling your plans can be just one ticket away. So play today. Lotto. Play and win a lot of money.
Paying is faster and easier with Flow FastPay. Use your MasterCard or Visa and pay from anywhere. Log on to discoverflow.co/fastpay and press consumer. Select your country and enter your account number. Enter the amount to be paid and an email address. Enter your credit card information. You'll receive a payment confirmation with the transaction details, along with a receipt to your email address. It's fast, safe, and easy. Flow, keeping you connected.
Bingo! Ladies and gentlemen, we say thank you for playing Megapulse Promotions Bingo! So, on Sunday, January 29th, 2023, from 5 p.m. at the National Stadium, we say it's appreciation time! Get ready to win $50,000 in cash! Yes, $50,000 in cash to be won! And hear this, tickets are only $20. Plus, the first 1,000 persons get a complimentary drink. Whoa! Now that's how we say thank you. Bingo fans, see you on January 29th at the National Stadium. As we say, it's appreciation time.
Rep your colors. Hot 98 presents the 473 Colors Boat Ride. Going on Saturday, February 4. Get your tickets now at gotofed.com for only $65. Food included. Boarding time 7 p.m. The boat sails at 7:30. Music on board by the Hot 98 DJs plus other guest DJs.
Baby, calm down, calm down.
Rep your colors on the boat, cause this one here is gonna be epic. Lock the date, Saturday, February 4th. Hot 98 473 Colors Boat Ride. Don't you miss this.
What does it take to be an amazing woman? Lots of me time. Amazing women are classy, fancy, and a little sassy. It's the drink for me. Cheers. Sometimes you've got to show them who's boss. Alpha male? Nah, alpha females are more amazing. Cheers to securing the bag. We make time for ourselves, for work, friends, and we certainly make time for passion. We're simply amazing. Amazing cream liqueur for the amazing woman in you.
Building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Solar lights are back in stock and will be available for purchase at Southern Electrical. Here is a list of the solar lights that we offer. 200 to 300 watt intelligent floodlights with camera, 300 to 500 watt solar street lights, 60, 100, 200, and 500 RGB solar floodlights, 100, 200, 300, 500, and 800 solar floodlights, solar garden lights, 25, 40, 60, 100, and 200 watt solar floodlights, lights, 3, 7, and 10 watt solar wall lights, motion center garden lights, motion sensor floodlights, 30, 60, and 90 watt solar street lights with accessories, 5 watt solar wall lamps, 40 and 60 solar street lights, and 100 and 300 solar floodlights with battery power display. Now available at Southern Electrical, Dusty Highway, St. George. Visit our showroom today.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via Superb Service. We are Superb Distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibbin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Welcome back. This is Network News. A backlog of unstripped containers on Grenada's port affected several businesses on the island in late 2022. Some businesses were unable to receive their barrels in time for the Christmas holidays. Well, there is now some relief as part of the backlog is being cleared. We hear more from Renapet Thomas.
Devon Latouche, manager of the shipping department at Hubbard's Grenada, says he is pleased that his company is one of the many businesses to finally access containers that were on the island since late 2022 and were unable to be stripped. In the month of November through the end of 2022, the Grenada Port Authority saw a heavy backlog of unstripped containers caused by the heavy flow of incoming cargo for the Christmas season and protest action taken by workers. This seriously affected many businesses and their operations as they were unable to access their goods.
We had delays in accessing services, mainly stripping of containers at the port, which of course results in our customers being at a bad situation in respect of receiving their cargo in time for the Christmas holidays. As of the 6th of January, we were able to clear the longest outstanding containers we had that came in around the 18th of December. So we're looking at around 20 days, which is a really, really extended period to wait to have access to your container. And that's just the agency getting access to the container at the port, right? The customer, of course, has to still wait a little while until the reconciliation and all of that is done, before they can actually go onto the port and access and clear the goods.
Latouche pointed out some other challenges at the port and possible solution to them.
We don't have any issues, and we must commend the port. I mean, we know their challenges, and I might dare say that we're not going to ascribe blame only to the port. Around this time of the year, carriers also go through have certain challenges in terms of vessel scheduling. So when a vessel comes in late, it only worsens the situation. And we had situations like that among the carriers serving this region. My personal view on this opinion is collaboration, yes. The extent of that collaboration depends on the willingness of the stakeholders involved. And one such solution might be having some of these cargo being removed from the port and the stock at a location outside of the port.
Another local business affected by the backlog is Huggins Grenada. They indicated that they were able to access their containers, which were part of the backlog, by the first week in January. GBN sought a comment from the Port Authority, however, attempts were futile. For GBN News, I am Rena Per Thomas reporting.
Now, the Caribbean Development Bank is seeking to directly include the private sector in the development of the Caribbean. Beverly Telesford tuned in to the CDB's annual news conference and has this report.
After 2 years of the COVID-19 pandemic, 2022 brought a return to some semblance of normalcy in the Caribbean. Collectively, Caribbean countries experienced an improvement in economic performance, but the combined impact of several years of consecutive shocks, as well as the prospect of a slowdown in the global economy and continued price pressures in 2023, threatened to derail the region's development trajectory. During the Caribbean Development Bank CDB's annual news conference on Wednesday, President of the CDB, Dr. Hyginus Jean Leon, said in order for Caribbean countries to bounce back from the effects of the COVID pandemic, global inflation, and high cost of fuel, among other crises, direct private sector engagement is critical.
It requires the region's private sector to transition from bystanders to partners in the development space, from bystanders to partners in the development space. This transition requires a change in mindset to reimagine traditional public-private partnerships, PPPs, to partnerships for prosperity and profits. As such, the region's governments will need to create an enabling environment, one, and invest in innovation, such that public value propositions offer viable investment opportunities.
Dr. Leon said the time has come for the private sector to champion growth in the region.
We accept the expectation of the private sector-led growth, but now we need to move beyond private sector-led growth to private sector-led development. In fact, pursuing growth, resilience, and transformation without a definitive role for the private sector is like playing football with some of our best strikers sitting on the bench. I think we know what happens when this occurs. We lose the game.
Private sector engagement was one of the anchors presented by the President for sparking growth, building resilience, and driving transformation in the region. The other anchors are access to finance, regional cooperation and integration, regional connectivity and transportation solutions, food sovereignty, climate action, and energy security. Reporting for GBN News, Beverly Telesford.
Executive members of the HEON project are seeking more support from sponsors and the community for the year 2023 as the organization tries to assist more students. You see, this year so far, they were able to help 9 students to start or continue their educational journey at the T.A. Marisha Community College. Rena Per Thomas has more.
9 first and second year students who will like to further their studies at the T.A. Marisha Community College but are faced with financial challenges now have the opportunity to do so through the HEON project. The NGO is celebrating its 8th anniversary this month. PRO of the HEON project, Colleen Perriman-Rose, explains.
So this year, what we would have done is continue with our sponsorship. We have 9 new recipients for this year. Some of them are tuition only. In some instances, we do have some where we would have offered tuition and uniform for TAM-CC. We do have some recipients as well where we're offering them with food packages on a monthly, transportation, etc. So the idea is to somewhat reach our recipients where they are and provide them with their needs so that they can not only go to TAM-CC but go through it successfully for the next 2 years.
The NGO also aims to support 3 students to study at the New Life organization. However, Perriman-Rose says more support from sponsors and the community is needed.
financially, we can always do. The more monies we have, is the more recipients that we can sponsor, because we do have recipients that were not sponsored due to our limited finances as well. Of course, the organization could always do with some more support, not just financially, but we can do with some other human resource support. We're always looking for new members with a drive to give back, who would want to come in and help, because when we started, I must say we celebrated 8 years this month.
She also mentioned some of the fundraising activities planned for this year so that members of the community can support them.
I must say that coming from the pandemic, a lot of our support has not been the same as prior. Remember, some of our major fundraising goals were the dinner that we would have annually, and then we would be selling stuff throughout the year. But due to the pandemic, we were not able to do that. But we did have some sponsors that have been there with us, some new. We have Frederick Belfon, we have the Thomas family of St. Patrick, we have Cazell Care, who would have sponsored 3 laptops to 3 of our recipients this year, and we have Go Blue Consultancy. And these persons, along with we have Mr. Kevin as well, they would have been there to help us to fund the new recipients and existing recipients, because remember...
For GBN News, I am Rena Thomas reporting.
Time for GBN ISAW. Take a look at this 3-vehicle collision.
A good eye catches all. GBN ISAW is brought to you by Clear Vision.
Life is beautiful if only you can see it. Clear Vision Eye Center helps you do just that. We provide expert service, classy eyewear, and cutting-edge technology, all with a quality customer experience. See better, feel better, and look better. Meet us today at clearvisiongrenada.com or call 444-0055, WhatsApp 409-0055, or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Clear Vision Eye Center. Let's see life and the world with a clear vision.
Accidents continue to be a major concern for the traffic department of the RGPF. Tonight's ISAW features a 3-vehicle mashup captured and submitted by a concerned citizen. The accident occurred on a pedestrian crossing in the south of the island. Motorists are being urged to drive with due care and attention when traversing the nation's roads. If you have any videos or photos that you wish to share with our GBN ISAW, they can be submitted via WhatsApp on 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
Still ahead in network news, St. Vincent National charged with possession of illegal firearm, ammunition, and drugs.
in 2023. Coming to Cots Optical today and enjoy up to 35% off your frames and lenses with flexible payment plans available from 3 to 24 months. Schedule your appointment online today on www.cotsoptical.com. At Cots Optical, our comprehensive eye exam is always free. All major insurance providers are accepted. See in store for details. New Me 2023 with glasses from Cots Optical. Value you can see.
I want you folks to play these 3 games from the NLA. Daily pick 3 cash flow and play with. You will be supporting sports and culture, nation building and our future. So go out and play folks, make it a must. You will see what the National Lottery's doing for us. When you play Pick 3, Cash 4 and Play With, the NLA will support you all the way.
Starting September 30th, Monday to Friday, these 3 games will be drawn mid-morning, 9:45 a.m., midday, 12:45 p.m., and evenings, 7:45 p.m. The National Lotteries, supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
Sunday money day.
You ate well, drank and indulged, laughed and had so much fun for the festive season. But now it's time. It's time for some serious detox business at Nirvana Detox Center and Natural Health Store. Start the year right with your health as a priority. Cleanse and flush your blood, liver, and kidneys with quality herbs and supplements. Purchase one of our detox combo packs starting from $100. Purchase a full body detox pack starting from $500. Get 10% off on colonic irrigation. Get a chance to win a free colonic irrigation treatment and product coupons with every purchase. We are located in Grandans, minutes before the Food Fair Shopping Center, immediately opposite the old Capital Bank building in the Regency Commercial Suites. Give us a call at 231-6642 or 418-7115 or visit nirvana.gd for more info. It's time for some serious detox business at Nirvana Detox Center and Natural Health Store. We know real body care. This offer is valid until March 31st, 2023. Terms and conditions apply.
A whole new level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
When you need your prescription filled or you require non-prescribed medication, supplements, or all your personal needs, visit Gittins Healthcare at locations on Wall Street, Grandans, Victoria Street, Granville, and Central Deputy Street, Wharf. Gittins Healthcare aims to provide an exceptional personalized pharmacy experience. Additionally, children under 5 and adults 55 years and over will enjoy 10% discount on purchases of $20 and over on prescription medication. Stop settling for less. Visit Gittins Healthcare, where your health is our priority.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Why pay full price for your mobile when you can pay half? Just bundle your home internet and mobile services with Flow and save 50% on your mobile bill. That's money in your pockets every month. Plus now you get free YouTube and WhatsApp data. And you can share your plan with up to 3 other numbers. Upgrade now and get a free smartphone. Switch and keep your number. Learn more at discoverflow.co.
Hello again. Ronald Rohan Ordain, 20 years old and unemployed of Prospect St. Vincent, will make his court appearance at Carriacou Magistrates Court on Thursday. This follows his arrest and charges for the offences of possession of an illegal firearm, ammunition, and trafficking in a controlled drug. The charges were laid against Ordain following a search of his bag on January 10 at Hillsborough, Carriacou, after he disembarked a vessel. 5 rounds of ammunition, 1 Glock 9mm pistol, and 1 pound of cannabis were discovered. Ronald Rohan Ordain was taken to Guav Magistrates Court and was remanded to His Majesty's prisons. Stay with us. We are going to be back with the sports news to be presented by Beverly Telesford.
your gifts of love for cheer 2.0. 'Tis the season for holly jolly days at the communal. It's all about sharing the warmth of this season with those you love. Getting on this special loan, taking advantage of great interest rates with no principal payments until January 2023. Share the gift of love. Offer ends January 31st, 2023. Lending terms and conditions apply.
Gifts of love with Trent.
Here is a little known fact. There is only one place in Grenada that you can get an MRI scan done. That place is Spicile Imaging Center. Yes, Grenada, that's the truth. Other centers could offer you other scans, but Spicile Imaging provides an authentic MRI scan. Here's another little known fact. Spicile Imaging has 3 centers. We operate at Grenville, the Carnage, and at the Ocean House, Grand Anse. We provide the widest range of laboratory tests and services. CT scans, x-rays, mammograms, ultrasounds, and a host of other services. We are fully staffed by a team of family doctors and specialists. Call us today at 444-7679 or 440-1500. or visit any of our 3 locations. Spicile Imaging, from seeing the doctor to getting lab tests, scans, and pharmacy services. We are here to take care of you.
I want you folks to play these 3 games from the NLA. Daily pick 3 cash flow and play with. You will be supporting sports and culture, nation building and our future. So go out and play, folks, make it a must. You will see what the National Lottery is doing for us. When you play pick 3 cash flow and play with, the NLA will support you all the way.
Starting September 30th, Monday to Friday, these 3 games will be drawn mid-morning, 9:45 a.m., midday, 12:45 p.m., and evenings, 7:45 p.m. The National Lotteries, supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
Sunday money day.
WeatherGuard Pro. For every project, there's only one Pro.
Rep your colors. Hot 98 presents the 473 Colors Boat Ride. Going on Saturday, February 4. Get your tickets now at gotofed.com for only $65. Food included. Boarding time 7 p.m. The boat sails at 7:30. Music on board by the Hot 98 DJs plus other guest DJs.
Baby, calm down, calm down.
Rep your colors on the boat, cause this one here is gonna be epic. Lock the date, Saturday, February 4th. Hot 98 473 Colors Boat Ride. Don't you miss this.
Good evening, sporting fans. The Grenada Football Association today launched its CONCACAF Nations League match against the USA, which plays on March 24th at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. Interim coach of Grenada's senior men's team, Anthony Modeste, says he's happy thus far with his team's performance in training.
Training has been excellent thus far. We are ramping the fitness of the players. They have been working hard. The coaching staff have been diligent in providing the necessary work for the players. And to be honest, we really cannot complain. They are there every day, on time, in numbers, and it's all we can ask for. We'll be using a few of the local for sure. We need to bring in some experienced players from overseas. We have the likes of Omar Beckles, Aaron Pierre, Jacob Abipong, and just to name a few.
Moving now to basketball, the 2023 Subway basketball competition is ongoing. We get the results from the matches played on Tuesday from the communications officer in the Ministry of Sports, Karine Maureen Alexander.
Here are the results of Day 5 of the Subway Secondary Schools basketball tournament held at Guelph Hardcourt on Tuesday, January 18th, 2023. Only one game was scheduled, and that was in the male division, McDonald College versus St. Mark's Secondary School. McDonald College came out on top with 54 points, and St. Mark's Secondary School 33 points. Game MVP was Kadeem McFarlane of McDonald College with 23 points, 4 rebounds. Games for Wednesday was held in the female division, McDonald College versus St. Joseph's Convent St. George's at Guelph. Happy Hill Secondary School versus Presentation Brothers College at the Carenage, and Wesley College versus Westmoreland Secondary School, also at the Carenage.
After 2 years of no sports personality award by the Grenada Olympic Committee due to COVID-19, on February 28th, 26 sports personalities will be awarded. 11 males and 15 females will receive their honors for their excellence in the respective sporting disciplines. Bernard Wilson, president of the Grenada Olympic Committee, says he's happy to once again share the many successes of the sportsmen and women.
These athletes work very hard to get to the top of their game. We're also aware of the honor, the pride, the joy that the athletes bring to the nation, the togetherness they bring when they perform to a high level and earn the respect of their peers.
Ralph Laura, second vice president of the committee, explained the selection process.
The Grenada Olympic Committee would have invited all of its 16 affiliates to, by their measurement, to forward to the GOC their selected male and female athlete of the year. For example, Taekwondo would send to the Grenada Olympic Committee their male and female Taekwondo practitioners for the year 2022. Those persons would be awarded male Taekwondo, female Taekwondo. Likewise, in any other of the sport where the information.
Still in sports, lawyers representing sprint legend Usain Bolt is threatening to sue Stocks and Securities Limited (SSL) if the entity does not return over $12 million in the next 10 days. This comes as a shock and outrage gripped Jamaica and the international community over what is gearing up to be a multi-million-dollar fraud scheme at SSL. The details in this report.
Give me back my money or else. It's the essence of a 2-page letter to SSL as Usain Bolt amplifies the pressure to get back the money he invested with the company. The letter states that as at October 31, 2022, Bolt had over $12.7 million in an account. Most of the money is gone. Just over $12,000 remain. Linton Gordon is the lead attorney for Bolt.
We have given them 10 days to pay over his money, failing which we will go into court with civil and criminal complaints regarding the repayment of his funds. The letter has been sent by email and it's been hand-delivered, and I am confident that it is already in the hand of someone there who is responsible for a response to us.
When asked about Bolt's state of mind, Mr. Gordon said,
"A single concern of his, I would like to get back my funds that I put aside for my pension and for the protection and maintenance of my parents."
Meanwhile, Bolt's legal team is also thinking about taking action against the Financial Services Commission, FSC. The Gleaner reported on Tuesday that in 2017, a staff member at the FSC flagged SSL for a culture of non-compliance and mismanagement of client funds. Mr. Gordon says it's unacceptable that the FSC knew about a problem with the financial institution and didn't inform the public.
Their conduct resembles a failure to supervise, to direct, and to ensure proper procedure. If not, a refusal to enforce the law that they are established to enforce. And that is a matter that the FSC is going to have to explain to us, and we are looking at the options to see whether or not we are entitled to call upon that body to account for its failure to do what it was established to do.
Mr. Gordon went further.
We believe that if the FSC became aware some 10 years ago that this institution had a problem and was not being operated in compliance with the rules and regulations, to turn a blind eye or to exercise willful blindness in those circumstances and fail to take action must be a case of irresponsibility and a lack of performance of duty to the detriment of my client and the other persons who are now facing this challenge.
It's left to be seen how this issue will be resolved. Jamaica's financial and economic reputation has been taking a battering locally and overseas.
And that's a look at sports. Stay with us for your regional and international news. This is your One Caribbean Media Hookup. I'm your presenter, Beverly Tellisford. Don't risk your life for a few dollars. That's the advice of a 65-year-old man who had to be hospitalized after coming into contact with a giant African snail. We get the details in this report.
Ronald Yuxi, 65 years of age, holds onto his hospital discharge papers as he walked up the steps to his home in Tunapuna on Tuesday afternoon. Thanking God for life, Yuxi, still in pain, had a smile on his face as he greeted his wife, Gwendy. Gwendy said her husband was cleaning the yard when his right hand came in contact with the snail days before the bounty was announced. It is believed that the snail's slime caused an infection in the hand, which led to him undergoing an emergency surgical procedure.
It started to swell, he said lance in him. I put in warm salt water and I dip it and thing and I squeezing up his hand. And then after that, the thing just started to keep swelling. He can't move his fingers, it just keeps swelling.
Gwendy urged people to learn from her husband's injury.
The members of the public shouldn't interfere with that. I feel they should have, if the county workers or what with the gloves and the boots and thing, to pick it up. All you're seeing is they catch it for the $5 and making people look like sprangers for $5. He ain't want no $5.
Shy of the camera, Yuxi managed a few words.
When you see a church,
Yuxi now has to go to the nearest health center daily for dressing and close monitoring of the injury, which the family is concerned about given his age. The giant African snails pose a serious health risk to humans by carrying the parasite rat lungworm known to cause meningitis in humans. The snails should not be handled without proper protection and sanitation. Rondor Daulat.
Moving now to Guyana, 3 days after her son went missing, Paulette Richmond of Erie Hall received a phone call informing her that her son was being held hostage and that she should pay a $400,000 ransom for his release. A few days later, the body of the 26-year-old was found floating in a trench. Details in this HGP TV report.
An area Myconi East Coast Demerara mother is crying out for justice after 26-year-old son Richard Richmond went missing on November 12, 2022, and his partially decomposed body was found in a trench a week later. The man's mother, Paulette Richmond, in relating the events leading up to her son's gruesome discovery, told Nightly News that Richmond left to go on the road around 15 hours on November 12. He never returned home.
I got suspicious. I said, this is not him, thus be away from home, because I never did it before. So I go over to my daughter and I say, Candy, we're going to come home tonight. So we roll on around 12 o'clock. We inquiring if there any shop or them kind of thing. Nothing.
A report was made to the Myconi police station, and the family later formed a search party to look for the missing man. 3 days after, things took a turn for the worst when the woman received an unknown call from a male who indicated that Richmond is being held hostage and demanded $400,000 for his release.
I tell them, I say, I am a poor woman, but I will do my best because I want my son back. The person said, oh, bring the money at BV police station, BV bus park. I said, before I bring this money, I got to hear my son talk. They said, no, that they can't, me can't hear him talk. If he talked, he would cry.
She claimed that the caller demanded she move swiftly without involving the police and threatened to kill her son and the entire household if she fails to comply. Paulette informed the person that the call is being recorded and it was disconnected. Another report along with the recording was lodged at the station. About 4 days later, the family would get a call that a body was found floating in a trench at Burma Road, Myconi, and rushed to the scene where Paulette confirmed.
Internationally, the three main figures in Ukraine's interior ministry have been killed in a helicopter crash beside a nursery in an eastern suburb of the capital, Kyiv. We get the details in this report.
9 people were aboard the Super Puma helicopter when it went down in Brovary, a town east of Kyiv. A fire broke out at the crash site near a kindergarten. The children and staff were in the nursery when the accident happened. Ukraine's presidential office says the flight carrying the interior minister was heading towards the front lines. The prime minister has ordered an immediate investigation. Police say it is too early to discuss any preliminary causes. Kyiv's police chief is urging witnesses to contact law enforcement and provide evidence. He says the helicopter was flying at a low altitude for a long period of time. Ukraine's Interior Minister Denis Monastyrsky was responsible for the police and security inside the country. He is the most senior Ukrainian official to die since the war began in February last year.
And that was your One Caribbean Media Hookup. I was your presenter, Beverly Tellisford.
Continued programming on the Grenada Broadcasting Network following the news. But for now, a reminder of the headlines. Government reintroduces lower rate of petrol tax, causing the price of gas at the pumps to increase by more than $3 per gallon. Caribbean Development Bank urges private sector to play a better role in the development of the Caribbean. in Around the Globe. In Trinidad, man almost loses hand after contact with African snail. And helicopter crash kills top leadership of Ukraine's Interior Ministry. Plus in the sports news, Grenada Football Association kicks off CONCACAF Nations League campaign. If you missed any part of this newscast, a repeat of it will be broadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Continue to follow us online, gbn.gd, or on GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. I'm Kenroy, Baptiste. That's all from us in the newsroom. Thanks for joining us. Take care. Good night.